Hello everyone, I, 24F, am just hating my mom's second older brother, the middle. But I do feel conflict about it. He, 53M, has a personality that it's just not my vibe and I always respected that. Or at least tried to. But today, and in the last few days, I just had enough and literally started hating him. For contest. He is the middle child and does not work. Basically, lives across my grandparents' house and usually deals with my grandparents' finances. Pays for the thing everyone uses with his parents' money. He used to help more with the family's business, but now he doesn't even go with my grandfather to take care of the farm. My grandparents work with agriculture and own some cattles. He always finds some really mean thing to say and laughs at it. Call my grandparents senile, crazy, sick, stupid, that he is going to send them to the asylum and sell all their properties and belongs, etc., laughing at it and stressing them. My grandparents retaliate back angry and stressed and say mean thing too, calling him self-interested, vagabond, expulsing him from their home, and sometimes my grandmother even picks up her sandals to hit him. Other than that, everything else he asks for helping. Even typing a massage, and if you don't do it when he asks, he starts calling you names. Or with you ask him for help, he complain and blame the person who asked for help. It's always being like that. Since I was a kid, I always liked him and he always treated me in a not-so-loving way and was not the empathetic type, but I just thought it was his way. Just later I learned that I was not the case. He just treated me that way and kind of realized it. When I first lost my two first cats, when I was 11 and 23, he laughed at me saying that they should have died laughed when I cried about it, never really wished for my happy birthday, Christmas, or anything at all. My graduation? Never went. Go out to commemorate my grandparents' birthday? Never. Says it's a waste of money. Help organizing the birthday party? Never, not even helping paying part of it. It's always me, my cousins and my mom who pays and organizes everything. Even when we asked him to pay for half of the pizzas he ordered, he did. He asked when the pizza would arrive to get in party after the payment was done. And it's always with me and my cousins. His wife's nice. He go with them to the park, play, travels. For some extra contest, my family is toxic, in an Asian way, kind of sexist way, and some extras. Everyone has height expectations, etc. There is a great amount of discussion, and my mom was once in jail. Long story short, she was married, the fought. She goes a restraining order. He approached her in their house. She freaked out, run away in his car after failing to get him out with 02 male stranger. In the meantime, she disappeared. He accused her of murder attempt and shit went down. Still in prox, but she was released from jail. But back to the topic, my grandma, 79F, is not okay. A while ago my mom, 51F, and grandfather, 81M, fought and, with some other problems, she had a stroke. He, who does not work, went with her with appointments, etc. But for a while, my grandmother is having some memory issues that's kind worrisome. Like after she takes a bath, she does not remember which clothes she was using and which one is the new she changed in the bathroom. Or sometimes there's visits and the next second when the visit is gone, she does not remember that person anymore. Thing like that, you know? And they were not the type of things she usually forgets. I know about the problems that comes with a stroke, but this thing started more recently, 3 months after the stroke. So I asked my mom to mark an appointment for her and called my uncle to go with her. The doctor, since my grandfather is not the type to understand these things. I work and my mom has to take care of 2 different houses, her pets, she rescues animals, and go to the veterinarian. 2 of our mini poodles have healthy issues. A few days ago, and today that's what happened, and I just had enough while adding everything else that I remember him doing. A cabinet in the kitchen broke while I was storing some goods and I asked him for helping to fix. I was tired, just arrived from work and needed to go to my college that is in another city. I always arrive at home after midnight and work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. He started to blame me, calling me names. On my birthday, more than 5 years ago, he gave me a simple notebook that kind broke, still working, but a Carrera is loose. I did not want to spend money to fix, not only because it was working, but because I was going to change it. For 3 months straight, he fought with me to fix it when I said I didn't, and said I did not have a say since he was the one who bought it. I, as his niece, was and am not perfect. I too have a temper and fought with him, but whenever I saw him crying I tried to help. His a shut, or so I believe in, but I always tried to making him go out, or when I saw him a little bit down, bought thing that I know he likes, McDonald especially, his birthday, since I started earning my own money, I buy him something, Christmas, even Father's Day, and it used to make me happy because I saw him smile. even more on his birthday. But after the last fight, I just started hating him. How he always treated me with neglect, just like father in my father's family, as if doing what he does is not only normal, but justified, and I just have to shut the fuck up and laugh it off. And the more I thought about how he could be a nice uncle but never even tried to, just make me hating him more. How he always laughs at me when I am at my worst. How he acts so narcissistic, wanting things to be made just how he likes. My grandma is 79 years old, my grandfather is 81, and both still going to the farm alone. My grandma can never drive again, and I know it's my mom's fault with the fight. But she does her part, buy groceries, clean the house, does the laundry. The only thing she does not do is go out with appointments because she's ashamed. My grandfather carries, I don't know how many sacks with kilograms to give to the farm's animals alone, and my uncle can never goes. And if anyone asks him to go with them, he gets mad. Sometimes my grandma wants to go out like she used to, but has to go walking under the heat. My city is always around 37 degrees Celsius, but he does not want to drive her. Sometimes she just want to go to healer, spiritual, and has to walk alone in the dark when my mom can't take her because her husband went to work with the car, and we do not have many taxis in my city. Here in our house we have 3 cars under my grandparents' name, and they can use any of them without my uncle's permission. My uncles, with my grandparents' money, bought a car and motorcycle, and with all these cars, he can never take them to somewhere nice. He does not work, he stays at his home the whole day, and I know because since I don't own a driver's license, and come dot and go from work walking, and I can hear his dog barking, and he never leaves his dog alone even when he goes out. So if the dogs is at home, he is at home always, and his wife is a full-time teacher, so she never at home extra at night. Hell, when my grandma cooks he complains, but when she does not he complains and order her to fry him at least some eggs. Never grateful. Never enough. He always complains about my grandparents' house that is always messy and stinks, but he does not to clean, and most thing in this house that are messy is the paper he accumulate over the tables and desks. The useless thing he buy to just stay put in a corner and never use, just accumulating dust. He does something around the house, however. He bought my grandfather a radio, some Japanese CDs my grandpa likes to hear. The cable TV where my grandfather can watch Japanese shows he likes. The new cell phone, although this one was more because I said my grandma needed a new one ASAP. And he takes good care of his dog. He recently bought some new pants for my grandma, too, because the other were really old. And at the time after the fight between my mom and grandpa, he really took my grandma to every appointment and went to the pharmacy. That's why I really conflicted. I do not know if it's because of the present situation that I am frustrated and really hating him. If this is normal, if this is right, I really need some other's perspective.